Ladies and gentlemen, Behind the Line proudly presents to you another exciting edition of the Woke Turning On the Woke. This episode is brought to you by Boo Pirie. Are you clamoring for the fresh aroma that can only be provided by the Boodle Breeze? Were you a part of the studio audience on The View and found yourself falling in love with that special fragrance from the whoopee cushion? If you're looking to attract the fleas, purchase a can of Boo Pirie. Boo Pirie is the first available portable version of the patented Boodle Breeze. We have 8-ounce cans for beginners, 16 ounces for the soon-to-be toxic, and the supersized can that will have you feeling hypnotic. Purchase your first can today at boopirie.com. Whoopee! My Yentas. My Yentas are going after Barry? My toxic ladies are attacking their Lord and risen King? They're attacking the chosen one. They are criticizing the previously untouchable Obama? What the hell's going on here? Are the Yentas that desperate for our attention? I know you thought Uncle KC forgot about you. I know it's been a while since we have talked about flatulating women here on the channel, but Uncle KC could never forget about his ladies. I could never forget the Yentas. I have not overlooked the whoopee cushion. I haven't overlooked my personal favorite, Asuncion. I haven't overlooked them out of neglect. To be honest with you, the ladies really haven't given me much to talk about. There's been minimal controversy. The mouth farts just haven't been as toxic. It has been a while since we have seen Whoopi Goldberg crank her leg and remove weaves with the power of her Boodle Breeze. There just hasn't been much to talk about with The View, and maybe, just maybe, that's why their ratings have declined. After the election last year, ratings throughout the mainstream media were circling the pooper. MSNBC lost half their audience. CNN went from averaging almost nothing to averaging nothing. Hell, if it weren't for the American hero Scott Jennings, I am a real American. If it weren't for the American hero single-handedly preventing this Titanic from sinking, this turd would be resting at the bottom of the woke sea. But somehow, while everyone else was struggling to draw flies to a fresh turd, the whoopee cushion was miraculously attracting lonely women with her increasingly toxic turds. First quarter 2025, View was averaging 2.6 million viewers. Clearly, lonely women did not set a resolution to find a new man, because no respectable man is willing to date a woman who aspires to be a Yenta. First 3 months of the year, the ladies on The View, they were celebrating. Sun Hostin was exceptionally radiant. The lady that's married to the Pepperidge Farm guy, Ann Navarre, she was baking fresh stories of mythical racism. Big Red Joy Behar, she was keeping doctors busy trying to make this ageless wonder look like she was 79 instead of 82. Throughout the first quarter, it was a celebration of rainbows and cucumbers on The View. But then, reality set in. The Yentas entered the most terrifying time of year. Summer, the season that is strengthened by diesel engines and toxic ass gas. The time of year when lonely women hit the beach in bikinis hoping to see Chad Thundercock in a Speedo instead of a tuck-friendly bathing suit. As 2025 progressed, ratings on The View did the same thing. They progressed right into the pooper. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go ahead and get to the sponsor for today's video. Maybe I should talk to them about developing some Yenta repellent. My good friends at Liberal Repellent. Here on the channel, we often talk about the woke fungus, which is a fungus that you damn sure don't want to be infected with. We have seen what happens when organizations become 100% infected. Prognosis is grim. Slim chance of recovery. Fortunately, My friends at Liberal Repellent, they have developed supplements that will keep you healthy while also protecting you from the woke fungus. Liberal Repellent offers multivitamins without synthetics made from real food, meaning your body will easily absorb and utilize the nutrients. Liberal Repellent also offers items for the more pleasurable aspects of life. One of the supplements is called the Repopulation Agenda. It's an alternative to those pharmaceutical blue pills without the dreadful side effects. Take a couple of these before bedtime and you'll have your wife going to bed with a smile on her face. If you have an affinity for the booze, Liberal Repellent offers a cure for your hangovers. Their morning after red pill, it replenishes vitamin B to help eliminate the dread of the following morning. From detox to dietary, Liberal Repellent has the supplements that you need. So click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL15, BTL15. Save 15% off your first purchase with Liberal Repellent. Since their ratings surge earlier this year, ratings for The View have declined 15%. During the second quarter, the ladies lost 200,000 viewers, averaging 2.4 million. Through the first couple of weeks of July, the ladies had that number down to a cool 2.2 million. Perhaps there are feelings of bitterness. Maybe the ladies are worried about job security. Last fall, there were rumors that there could be some changes to the cast, with the main rumor being Son Hostin could get fired. Now, obviously, that would be extremely traumatic for Uncle KC, since the Radiant Sun has always been my favorite Yenta. Maybe the ladies are concerned. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why they would attack their good friend Barry Obama. Recently, Michelle Obama, or as her YouTube subscribers seem to be calling her, Grande Miguel, recently, she finally followed the advice of Uncle KC. For months, her podcast with Brother Greg had been struggling to gain traction. Even with relentless promotion from her pretend friends in the media, Miguel was still struggling. But finally, she listened to my advice, and she invited the real star of the Obama family on the show, Barry. Barack Obama has been in the news this week. Apparently, he has made deacons at Woke United Methodist mad. Last Friday, Barry essentially told Democrats to toughen up. More specifically, he was talking to the few remaining men in the Democratic Party who haven't had the money to transition to women. Like everyone else, Barry is tired of the constant whining. He's tired of the constant complaining about the Trumper. He's tired of hearing the ladies on The View every morning saying, "Orange Man bad!" Say what you want about Barack Obama, but the dude's never been mistaken for a dummy. He knows the Democrats are struggling with men. He knows the constant whining, the constant attacks on masculinity have damn near destroyed the party. He knows that these female leaders like AOC, LGBT, Liz Warren and her pretend husband Squanto, he knows they're not capable of attracting male voters. So Barry, he injected himself with some toxic masculinity and tried to appeal to men himself. Obviously, this was no bueno for the ladies on The View, mainly the primary producer of toxic gas, and she let Barry Obama know that she did not approve this message. Watch for yourself.
Let me remind everybody who was out in the front lines marching. It was the people. The people went out. They were not navel gazing. It was older people who were saying, "Why are you touching my Social Security?" It was not people whining. It was about people saying, "Why are you taking these rights from my child when my child was born here?" This has not been about Democrats laying back. This has been about y'all. This has been about y'all because their messaging was always the same. Democrats have been angry at what this man tried to do the last time. They've been angry this time. So with much due respect to you both, I believe you are pointing the finger at the wrong person when you say Democrats.
Are you delineating between voters and elected officials?
Yes, I am.
You're saying that, because I agree, voters
Yes.
are very impassioned.
Voters, and when you say Democrats, he's talking to us saying our messaging is bad. And I'm saying, no, our messaging has not been bad.
Your messaging wasn't bad. Your messaging wasn't bad? One of the main reasons cackling Cam Harris lost the election, besides the fact that she was a grade A doofus, one of the main reasons cackling Cam lost was because of the messaging from the mainstream media. Like I told you guys last fall, this election was not about Donald Trump. Throughout the campaign, I kept saying that all Trump needed to do to win the election was nothing. All he had to do was focus on the issues and keep the rhetoric at a minimum. And to his credit, that is exactly what he did. But again, the election wasn't about the Trumper. It was about America rejecting the woke fungus. It was about America finally saying enough is enough. And the message was being sent directly to the mainstream media. But for some reason, they just don't get it. Whoopi Goldberg is still claiming that their messaging is on point. And it looks like Democrats are preparing AOC LGBT as a legitimate contender in 2028. Just think about that. AOC, who hasn't accomplished a damn thing. Outside of destruction, AOC has accomplished nothing. And that's who Democrats are building as the face of the party. They are doing the same thing in New York City with Zorro. This dude's never had a job. Outside of being a shitty rapper, Zohran Mamdani, he's never worked a day in his life, but he wants to tell millionaires and billionaires. He wants to tell high achievers how to run their business. He wants to take their money and give it to people like AOC who have never generated a single peso in revenue. Then the Democrats wonder why they keep losing elections. But anyway, give me your thoughts on this. Ratings for The View declined 15%. They have lost 400,000 viewers since March. They're also criticizing Barack Obama for criticizing the messaging and trying to recapture male voters. Why have ratings declined? Is it because it's summer? Or has The View become less interesting? Maybe a combination of both? We used to talk about The View all the time here on the channel. They used to generate headlines every week in the media. But I rarely, at least recently, I rarely hear about the ladies anymore. So give me your reason for the ratings decline. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.